Michael?
I had a great time. I didn't even wake up in my own bed this morning. We can talk about that later. There was people having good time at Assembly. What's the place down next door? General Assembly.
Assembly 4 is a sponsor.
Oh, yeah, there's so many assemblies. But General Assembly, who was at General Assembly last night? Yeah. All right, and that's that guy who was like, why are you reading off a script? Yeah. Have you ever coded without Stack Overflow? This is our Stack Overflow. Yeah, of course we have.
We just made up a bunch of stuff, and now I don't know where we want to go next. We also didn't really get that much response for like who had a good time yesterday. It seems like no one really did. Who had a good time? It's more like it.
Anyone want to call out what they did get up to last night? Anyone? Have we got sleep? That's a good option. I mean, at one point I was in a conversation of a number of people talking about laminar flow out of teapots. So, you know, that's where we get to with these conversations. Anyone do any coding last night? No. Yeah, yes, there are people. There are people who did. Well done.
Nice. Who'd have thought Melbourne could be so much fun? And who's looking forward to a great time today? Yeah, fantastic. I think you can do better than that, though. Who is looking forward to a great time today? Yes. Thank you. Today's lineup is looking fabulous.
And at the end of today is our favourite time, the after party. Yeah. No room for sleep tonight.
We'll get more details to you about that later in the day.
Again, we will be your host for today. We have SelenaSmall from Fresho. They are the leading online software for fresh food wholesalers.
And MichaelMilewski from Zepto, a better way to pay. I like how I got the applause and he didn't. That was great. Michael, everyone.
Now I got twice the amount of applause. Come and chat to us later on if you want to hear more about our products or work with us in the future. Both of our companies will be hiring very soon.
Oh, and I do have these limited edition stickers that I talked about yesterday. I didn't get to give many away, so come and talk to me if you want a sticker. I know Ruby developers love stickers. There's about not many, so come in, talk to me soon. Cool, we just want to acknowledge our sponsors again today. So Ruby sponsor Assembly 4. Assembly 4 is a collective of sex workers and technologists found here in Melbourne. We build technology-oriented solutions, as well as actively engage in policy development that will not only help sex workers survive, but thrive.
Our Emerald sponsor, Hot Doc, who are also the sponsors for tonight's closing party. And we would like to, and they would like to say a few words before we start. So, Hot Doc, Caitlin Donaldson to come to stage.
Hello, hello. Hi, I'm Caitlin. For those of you who were at the last two RubyConfs, you saw a lot of me up on the stage and I just needed an opportunity to hold a microphone again, so here we are. So hi, I work at Hot Doc and have been there for about 3 years. Hot Doc have been around since 2012 as a Melbourne-based health tech company. We are the trusted choice of 9 million patients and over 21,000 healthcare practitioners in Australia. A lot of people just think of us as a way to book your appointments, but there's actually a whole bunch of other things we do, from appointment reminders, recalls, payments, caller ID, mobile and kiosk check-ins, phone and video telehealth, and all kinds of different things, and we're kind of building new products all the time. Our mission is simple: to enable the best healthcare experience for everyone in Australia, and our people help us get us there. We have just one of the best teams. I can legitimately say that everyone in my team is someone that if I ever left, I would try and poach away, but I'm not going to leave because I love it there. Go away, recruiters. With love. But yes, so we are currently hiring for a senior sort of staff level Rails engineer, or possibly full stack. We have mostly a Rails monolith with a few engines. Shout out to Hula yesterday. We're a big fan of engines, so we're kind of moving away from them slightly, maybe, I don't know. We're a very integration-based company, so we do a lot of cool integrations, cloud and more sort of hardware-based integrations, and we have a lot of cool distributed computing problems. If any of that sounds interesting, there's a whole bunch of us in the back corner. Hot dog people, say hi. Come talk to any of us today if you're interested in knowing more, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Caitlin from Hot Dog. We also have some Emerald sponsors. So we have, well, another Emerald sponsor, sorry. CultureAmp. CultureAmp's mission... Nice. CultureAmp's mission is to create a better world of work. They're a global leader for employee experience, and their platform helps the world's most innovative organisations put their culture first. CultureAmp.
On to our Sapphire sponsor, BuildKite. BuildKite, yeah. BuildKite is a platform for running fast, secure and scalable continuous integration pipelines on your own infrastructure. It helps the best software teams stay happy and productive.
Did you manage to build that kite yesterday?
No, I need some help. I need some pairing. I need some pairing help on building the kite for BuildKite.
Some pair kiting.
Pair kiting.
Anyone who wants a kite, go and talk to the people at BuildKite.
Did you know there's a puzzle? Is there a puzzle outside? Because I saw somebody making a jigsaw puzzle outside.
There is a puzzle.
We could do some pair puzzling.
We might think about that later in the day. We might have to argue about whether or not you're allowed to look at the box, though. You are. Back to our sponsors. We have some Opal sponsors today. We have Blackmill, Envato, Tanda, and Up.
And finally, our Amber sponsors, CipherStash, Look Ahead, and Pin Payments.
All right, so to get the show on the road, we did have some, we had a request yesterday for some jokes. We weren't very good at those, but today we've got one. So, an optimist, a pessimist, and an engineer walk into a bar, and there's a glass that's half filled. The optimist says, the glass is half full. The pessimist says, the glass is half empty. What does the engineer say? Depends, that's not bad. Anyone else?
100% overprovision. There are engineers in the room, yeah. I give up, Selena, just in case they didn't hear. What does the engineer say?
Well, you're all very good at Googling, so am I. The glass is 2 times too big. Jokes aren't funny when you set them up.
Well, that's a techno-optimistic way of looking at the world.
Maybe. But our next speaker will tell us how the philosophy of techno-optimism challenges us to imagine alternate futures in which technology helps promote broad social good.
Caroline Ada MK is a 25-year veteran of software engineering.
Sorry. Ada MK.
MK, yes.
Yes.
Let's start again. Cut. Okay, we'll do that in post-production. Caroline Ada MK is a 25-year veteran of software engineering and has worked for over a decade at the intersection of technology and social justice. She's the creator of Contributor Covenant, the first and most popular code of conduct for open source communities, and the Hippocratic License, an innovative, ethical, open source license designed to promote and protect human rights. Caroline is a co-founder and executive director of the Organisation for Ethical Source. But the question on everyone's lips, does she pair?
While talking to her last night, Caroline says she is now post-technical and no longer has the opportunity to pair.
She did say that when pairing or even using an automated resource like ChatGPT or Copilot, be conscious of the power differential. Before you start, just check who has the upper hand and why, and are both sides conscious who does have the upper hand and how can you equalise that?
Caroline Ada Emke, the world set free.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, we had some fun with cabling earlier, so I am hoping that this